Hey, this is Mr. Bus, and this video is going to walk you through, if you need help, with the Hardy-Weinberg quiz number 1 that we have in Schoology. And then I'm not going to make a video for the other two because I think they're basically the same problem, but just slightly different numbers. So question 1 gives us the scenario, and question 1, 2, and 3 all have the same scenario, so that's nice. 18 out of 200 snuffleupaguses are white, and brown is dominant, so, you know, just 200 minus 18 is the answer to this one, how many express the dominant phenotype. So it'd be like 182. So really what you're doing is you're thinking about p squared plus 2pq. That is the, those are the two genotypes. So p squared would be like capital B, capital P. That would be this one. And 2pq would be the heterozygous version. So 182 out of 200 are those genotypes, and then q squared is the 18 out of 200 have the recessive phenotype. Okay, so question 2, what is the frequency of the B allele? So that's really asking what is P, and then what is the frequency of the allele lowercase b. So we need to go get those numbers, and we're going to get them by starting with, again, q squared, because it gives us 18 out of 200 show the recessive phenotype, so therefore 18 out of 200 have the recessive genotype, right? Because to be the recessive genotype, you have to be lowercase b, lowercase b. So I'm just going to do that. Math 18, turn this on. 18 divided by 200 is 0.09. So 0.09 is my q squared value. So basically I have to unsquare that to get to q. So I'm going to take the square root of 0.09. And I get 0.3. And of course, in order to figure out P, we just know that something plus 0.3 equals 1, so just the difference of 1. So 1 minus 0.3, that must be 0.7. So that's the answer. The frequency of allele B is 0.7, and the frequency of the allele lowercase b is 0.3. All right, and then question 3 is basically just going one step further and just asking for the genotypes. So really, it's asking what is the percent of the capital B individuals, that's this one, and the percent of the the heterozygous would be this one. So now we just need to keep moving along from kind of counterclockwise here. We're going to move here. So if we know that the allele frequency of the capital B, or the P allele, is 0.7, how do we get the genotype? Well, we square it, right? So 0.7 times 0.7 is 0.49. Oops. And now if we know everything else but this, then we just say what's the difference of 1. So 0.49 plus 0.09 is 0.58, and so this must be 0.42. And then that would equal 1. Now, I guess I should clarify, you might get these answers wrong if you don't put the numbers in percent, right? So it is asking for percent, so the frequency, for instance, of the B allele is 0.7, which is 70%. The Q allele is 30%. And then here it's the same thing, it's asking for percent. So you just type in the numerical value. So this would be 49, not 0.49 because it's asking for percent. This is frequency also in percent, 42. And then 9, just like that. So if you put those numbers in as decimal, it will not count them correct. So you just have to be careful if it's asking for frequency in percent or decimal format, because you calculate them in decimal format, but then sometimes it might ask for the frequency in percent. Hope that was helpful.